Ladies and gentlemen, we're focusing and spotting more light on the situation in the Middle East and actually the Israeli strikes on Iran and Iran's retaliation. To shed more light on this, we have the pleasure to have with us over the phone our dear guest, Her Excellency Ambassador Sou'ad Shalaby, former Assistant Foreign Minister. Good afternoon, Your Excellency.
Good afternoon.
Your Excellency Ambassador Shalaby, how did you follow the Israeli strikes that started the day before yesterday on Iran and the Iran's retaliation?
Of course, the acts of aggression, the Israeli aggression on Iran is a direct violation of international law and of sovereignty of Iran. This is the Israeli regime has a long-standing, well-documented record of using force against sovereign states, and we have witnessed that in Syria, in Lebanon, and now in Iran. So it is attacking civilian population, targeting the civilian infrastructure. They are attacking the nuclear facilities, and also the Iranian program is devoted to peaceful purposes. So they are killing innocent scientists and innocent civilians for nothing. And even the International Agency for Atomic Energy have stated that the Iranian facilities are for peaceful purposes and they constitute no violation to any country in the region. But still, the Israelis want to attack Iran facilities. They don't want any Islamic regime to have a nuclear facility, and this is against fundamental principles of international law.
Yes, so Your Excellency Ambassador Shalaby, there is going to be or calls for a round of talks between Israel and Iran brokered by Oman. So how do you see and what do we expect from the talks? Is it going to result in or have a positive impact, or it's too late for negotiations now?
No, there's always room for mediation, for negotiation, because war is really very destructive for both countries. We have seen how the Israelis are suffering, whether they are civilians and or are military. So the destruction of both countries is not is not peaceful for the people, the civilians. That is why there has to be mediation, but it all depends on who is going to negotiate, and is it the United States who is going to back Israel, whether it is for military or for aggression, and will it support it to continue its aggression on Iran? This also depends on all the supporters who are offering and sending arms and ammunition to Israel to continue the war.
Yes. Your Excellency Ambassador Shalaby, how did you follow the reactions after the Israeli strikes started in Friday dawn? The reaction of the United States, France, Germany, Russia, China. How did you follow the reactions?
Well, I see that all countries are condemning the aggression, except for the United States, of course, but all the countries who respect the sovereignty of countries and who respect the international law and who respect human rights and humanitarian law are condemning the Israeli aggression. And because this is going to shake the credibility of the international system. It is important to have a legal principle and to rely on political expediency and not to threaten the foundations and the values of the rule of law, the accountability of the rule of law. That is why Egypt and all the Arab countries have condemned the attack on Iranian nuclear facilities, because the Iranian nuclear facilities are mainly for peaceful use.
Yes,
and they have the right for that.
Yes, I thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your
valuable
information, Your Excellency Ambassador Sou'ad Shalaby, former Assistant Foreign Minister. Thank you very much for joining us over the phone. We really had the honor to have this phone with you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for following us. My name is Amal Mukhtar.